Hey everyone, it's Karen with Yes Please Paper Crafts, and in this video I'm going to be working on another layout for CalvinBall. And if you have not heard of CalvinBall, it's a free online challenge that runs the entire month of March. And I have a link in the description below. If you want to check out that link, you can get all the information you need to join in on this challenge. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into the rules. I'm working with the rules for March the 13th, and they added a couple of new ones here, tropical and staples. And so I'm pretty sure I can get both of those on my layout, and so that made me really excited. And so that's pretty cool. The layout that I'm going to be working with is one that has some tropical papers, and I'm pretty sure I could throw a staple on it. Okay, so let's look at the temporary rules. They did add 3 new temporary rules. We have snowflakes, a rubber duck, and faith. And I don't really think I'm going to get any of those things on this layout, although maybe I might get the rubber duck in there because I'm using a 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗃 collection that kind of has a swimming pool theme, and there might be a duck in there, so I'll have to see. Okay, so there was one rule that was removed, which was metal. So if I use a brad or a flare button, I wouldn't get credit for that. But there's lots of other rules here, so I'm pretty sure I'll be able to accumulate some points for this layout. And I'm going to start with an unfinished project, which automatically gives me 1 point. Okay, so here's my project. I have it saved in one of these record sleeves. And these are what I use to keep all of my unfinished projects together. I also use them to store my collections and paper. I have a link to these in the description below if you're interested in those. Okay, so let me go ahead and dump this out so we can take a look at what I have here. Okay, so what I started with was some paper from a collection from 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏𝗏. It's called Summer Splash. And I just love 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 paper. If y'all have never touched 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 paper before, you need to get some. It's like amazing. The texture of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is unlike any other paper out there on the market. And the colors are just really rich and vibrant. But yeah, it's got such an awesome feel to it. It's very textured. It's super awesome. Okay, so I decided to try to do a grid layout. And I got out a punch because I'm not very good at cutting up little squares. And I find that when you're doing something like this, if your shapes are not all the same size, sometimes it makes it really hard. And even if you have all of your shapes the same size or your squares the same size, it's really hard to get it all even. And I did not do a very good job of getting it even. But I think most people wouldn't notice it unless you point it out. That's what I find with making mistakes. When you're making a layout and you make a mistake, and the first thing that you see when you look at your layout is your mistake. But if you show it to someone else, they're like, oh, that's so beautiful. I just love it. And then if you start pointing out your mistakes, that's when they see them. So if you show your layouts to people, don't go showing off the mistakes because they probably won't even notice them. But it is super hard to not think about the mistakes when you're the person that actually made the mistake, because you know it's there. Okay, so we have this punch I used. It's a 1 3/8 inch square punch, and it did help me a little bit with making this grid layout. And I have this picture here of my nephew with his 2 dogs, and they were on this raft, and I think my brother was pulling them behind a boat, and they're out somewhere in Florida. My brother lives in Jacksonville, Florida, and he loved boats. He's actually a captain on a large ship. I don't know if it's a ship. It's a really, really old, like 100-year-old boat that's like a yacht. So that's what he does as his job, and he just loves the water and he loves boating. Okay, so I punched out all of these little squares from a paper that was already had all these squares on it, and I just used the punch to punch out all the little images. And I think the squares were a little bit bigger on the paper, so it was pretty easy just to punch the inside of each one of those squares. And I took them and I matted them onto some white cardstock, and then I used this paper, which was it's kind of like a geometric pattern with a darker blue, an aqua, a light blue, and a white. And the back of it is this stripe paper. And I used that to mat the entire layout just to kind of tone it down a little bit. And I thought it looked really cool because it reminds me of the water kind of surrounding my layout. I also matted my picture with some white cardstock. I also matted it with the stripe paper. It's not the, I was thinking it was maybe the same as this, but it's actually another paper from the same collection that's a stripe. And then I matted it again with some white cardstock because I wanted it to be able to pop out against this busy background. Okay, the other thing that I did was I created some banners up here, and these are stickers from the sticker sheet that also comes from this collection. All right, so that's as far as I got. Now, I got stuck with the title and with the embellishments, and I couldn't figure out where to put the title or what the title should be. I had a couple of stickers here that I was playing around with. I have like a little inner, what do you call that? I can't think of the name of it. It's a tube. And a little radio and a little beach ball and some sunglasses. So I have all these little things, and I already put some foam tape on the back, and those were all stickers from the sticker sheet. And then I think everything else that was in here was just leftover papers from the paper that I used. And I think this was from another layout. Actually, this is my second layout that I've created with this particular collection. And I really love this paper and the colors. It's just gorgeous. These are some of the leftover little squares. I didn't have much left over. I had a few left over. And here's another beach ball. So I have a bigger beach ball and a smaller beach ball. Okay, so let's take a look at the sticker sheet to see if there's a rubber duck. I'm just kind of curious. I was kind of thinking that there might be, but maybe not. So let's turn this over and see. No, I must be thinking of another collection. There is no duck on this collection at all, it doesn't look like. So that's a little disappointing. Well, I guess I won't get points for using a rubber duck. Not unless I happen across one. I don't think I'm going to go searching for one. That's one of the fun things about CalvinBall, though, is that just trying to, you know, get points and be creative with your layout, but don't go too crazy. Okay, so I have some chipboard here that I was thinking about possibly bringing in. I know the colors are not that great. I don't think they really go that well, but there might be a few things in this chipboard that I could bring in. And then I have another couple of collections here that are summer themed collections that I thought maybe might have something on them. So I have this one from Echo Park, and this is from Good Day Sunshine. And I don't see a duck on there either. Okay, and then we have this one here, which is the Beach Day, which is also 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Yeah, so we have Summer Splash, and then this is Beach Day. So that's really cute too. I think, you know what? I think I got all of these stickers from this Beach Day collection and not from this one. Yeah, I only got one beach ball from this collection. This is mostly stickers with pools, with the... it's more for like being at the pool, and my picture was more, you know, being out on the open water, outdoor, so it didn't really fit the layout. The stickers here went a little bit better, so I pulled some of the stickers from this sticker sheet. And this is also where I got the banners. And so that's another 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 collection called Beach Day. Okay, so I could pull in more stickers from there as well. And then I have a few other things that I pulled here. I was thinking that I could possibly use these Puffy stickers. These are from Pink Fresh Studio from Life Noted. And it was really funny because I was going through an old bin that I had with all of these unfinished projects. And I came across some page kits. And this whole set of stickers and several others were in there. And in some page kits that I guess I had planned to work on and then kind of forgot about. And that's one of the things that why I stopped putting my stickers in with my page kits, because then I kind of lose track of them, and I probably could have used this had I known I had it, because I don't really have a lot of yellow stickers, and so I think this is going to go really well on here. I think it's going to stand out against the background, so I think I might do my title with these stickers. Okay, I also have some Puffy stickers here. These are Doodlebug sprinkle shapes, and they're like different summer stickers, and I thought those were really cute. I could possibly maybe use the sun, and I think the flip-flops are maybe too girly for this layout since it's a layout with my nephew, but I think the sun would be really cute. Then I have some arrows. I like this really dark blue color. That's really pretty. If I bring in an arrow, I could get a point for that. And then the other, this pack here is from Chanel. I think this is from the Little by Little collection. And I really like this one with the arrow that has this dark green, because this paper has a lot of that dark green in it. So I could either use the blue arrow or that one. I don't think I'll use both. And then I could bring in a tag, maybe to do some journaling and to kind of tone down this paper just a little bit more. I'll probably cut that tag down and not use the entire thing. But that might help to kind of make the layout a little bit less busy. And I have a couple of different tags. And then there's this one that was blue. Okay, and then let's see. I have some chipboard here. I thought possibly I could use something from this Project Life chipboard. I also have these puffy stickers, and the puffy stickers have a lot of really cute things. They have this little sunshine, hello sunshine, and a rainbow, and some other things on here that might work. I also have some frames, and I thought maybe I could possibly add a frame to this layout. And then I really liked this little heart that has the dark green and the gold. And if I added that, it looks kind of more masculine than a lot of other hearts that I have in my collection. So I could probably bring in that heart and get a point for that. Okay, I could also get a point for using wood veneer, and I like this little sticker here that says then and now, and it's got that dark blue color, and I think that would be really pretty too. Okay, so I've got lots to work with here, and really all I need to do to finish this layout is maybe do some journaling, a title, and do some embellishing. And then this will be another one that I can finish. And I'm kind of whittling down my layouts that I have been laying around for quite a long time. So it's kind of nice to get these projects finished that I've had in my craft room for a while. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and work on this layout. I'll work on the title and maybe trying to figure out the bigger pieces. I'll come back and talk a little bit about what I've done. And then I will go off and do the final embellishing, and I'll come back at the end and show you my final layout. Okay, so y'all know I can't scrap and talk at the same time, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've made a little progress on this layout, and I thought I would take a break and share with you what I have so far. And I did come up with the title. I'm calling this layout The Dog Days of Summer. I thought that was a super cute title. Because there's dogs in the picture. Okay, so I ended up not using the letters, these yellow puffy stickers from Pinkfresh. It was really strange when I put these alphas on top of this stripe. They looked almost like a yellowish brown or orangey color, and it didn't really go with this layout at all. So I went into my stash and I found some other letters. These are puffy stickers that are from 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. It's an exclusive item from them, and it's from the Awesome Life collection, and it's a light blue alpha. It's very similar to those other ones that were from the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and it fits perfectly down here below my picture. And then I decided that I would create the second part of the title and make it a little bit smaller and put it on top of the picture, because there's quite a bit of space in the picture down here with the water. I thought that that would be a really good way of kind of making the title bigger and stand out a little bit more. So I use these thickers. This is the Happy Life, and these are the ones that are white on one side and then they're blue on this side, and I can't remember what collection this is from. But I think it's either Paige Evans or Jen Hadfield or Maggie Holmes, one of those. Can't remember. One of those people. Okay, so let's see. I'm thinking that I'm not going to use these red ephemera pieces on this layout. I just felt like the red, every time I put it down, it was just really jumping out at me, and not in a good way. So I haven't decided yet. I might put it back on there. He does have some, it's like an orange. His life vest is blue and orange. And I do have a little bit of red up here. But for the most part, the layout doesn't really have a lot of this really, really bright, dark red. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to put that in there or not. But I am going to use this large white tag. And I'm going to do some journaling here, but I'll probably do that later. but for now I just tucked it in behind the picture. I decided to put the tag on this side because there's some empty space over here on this side of the photo, and if I wanted to overlap something on top of the picture, it was better to use it on this side. So I went ahead and put the tag over here, and I'll probably just put the beach ball down there. And then I have these two frames. This came from it's from a Maggie Holmes set of frames. It's this pack of frames right here. And it just says Maggie Holmes, it's crepe paper, and it's all of these different frames that are in that pack. So I just pulled out two of the frames, this one that's green that matches some of the green in the paper, and then this little one here that has this date processed. And I'm thinking I'm going to put the date for this layout down here. I have to call my brother or my sister-in-law and ask her kind of more about this picture so I can do some journaling and also put the date on there. And then I also found this little camera, came off the sticker sheet. And it was really interesting because these little pieces, it came off the sticker sheet in 3 pieces. So I decided to pop up the lens on there and made it a little bit 3-dimensional. So that was pretty cool. So I'm thinking I'm going to layer these pieces over here next to the picture on this side of the layout. And I'll have a cluster that kind of goes like that. So, or a triangle of clusters that goes like that. So far it's working out okay. I just guess I'm a little bit concerned about maybe putting too many embellishments on here, but I did go ahead and add that little sun. It's one of the puffy stickers that came from these Doodlebug sprinkle shapes. And now I've lost the rest of that package, but they also had some sunglasses in there that I was thinking about maybe using. And it looks like they disappeared somewhere in the pile of stuff that I have over here on my table. But yeah, I might pull in some more of these sprinkle shapes if I can figure out where they went. Do you ever do that? You lose things. They just disappear somewhere under something, behind something, maybe on the floor. Yes, they were hiding on the floor. But yeah, I have these little puffy doodle sprinkle shapes. It's like an epoxy sticker. And I might use these sunglasses. So I possibly could bring that in as well. And so yeah, so super fun. I'm going to work on this some more, finish doing the embellishments, and then I will come back and share with you the finished layout. Okay, so I finally finished this layout, and I have to say it was a little bit of a struggle to get through this because the background was so busy and everything that I put on top of it just seemed like it blended right into the background and just made it more busy. Okay, so how I solved that problem was I decided to use some large elements that were solid. And at first I was going to use this white tag. And so I have the white tag over here on this side. And I did like that, but then I found this frame. So I have these smaller frames, these two smaller frames. And I thought it would be really cool to bring in something else over here, a large element that I could kind of tone down the background a little bit. And I found this other frame. It was one of those ones that was in that Maggie Holmes frame set. And I really liked it, but it really didn't jive too well with the white tag. So I went into my stash and I found a paper this is from 𝗬𝗵𝗆𝗍. And I have a couple of these papers. It's all the same. It has this doily with this pattern, and in the back of it is a red and white polka dot. And I like to use this sometimes if I'm making tags or I want to use something because this is really cool to use as a grid paper. So I went ahead and just traced my tag that I had here. I just cut it out and made another one exactly the same size as this tag. But I think it blends in much better with the other elements that are on this side of the page. And I really like that. It also has a place where I could put the date either here or I could put it over here. And I'm going to do a little journaling, just a little, a couple of, maybe lines there, not too much because I don't have too much space. But I really love the way that turned out. And it really does give me a base for my clusters so that I can make the embellishments stand out more from the background. Okay, so the other thing that I did that I don't think I mentioned was I did take some of my pattern paper and I put it behind these frames to make it look like they're framed pictures. And I think that's really cute. This one has some trees, and then this one has a clothesline with some towels. It's like a little place that you can like clip on your towels to hang them to dry. I think they also had bathing suits on that background as well. I don't think I have any more of that paper. I had a strip of that paper left over from another project, and it's super cute, but it has bathing suits and things on clotheslines. Okay, let's see. Let me go ahead and share with you the things that I ended up not using, and then we'll talk about the things that I did use that I'm going to get points for. I think it's a lot of fun to look at how I utilized the different rules from CalvinBall to get points. And some of the reasons why I added things was just specifically so I could get a point. Okay, so I ended up not using the sunglasses, and I also didn't use that inner tube or the tags. Okay, so the other things that I didn't use were these little wood buttons. I tried out this one wood button with the green arrow, and I just didn't find a place for it on my layout, although I think it would have been really cute, so I did not use that. I didn't use these enamel stickers that were shaped like arrows. And then I had this chipboard from Project Life, and I ended up not using any of these chipboards, but I did pull another Project Life chipboard set, and I used the sticker from that, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, I didn't use anything from this set of stickers. I did try a couple of things out here. I tried out this green circle with the gold heart, the little butterfly, because I could have got a point if I'd have used a butterfly, and this one down here that says then and now, but it really didn't suit the look and feel of this layout, even though the colors went really well. Okay, now let's talk about the things that I did end up using for this layout and how I accumulated points. And I think we'll start off here with the star. So I added this little wood veneer star. And the reason why I decided to go with the wood veneer is because I ended up with so many wood pieces on here that I felt like it really suited the look and feel of the layout to have a wood star. I also used the color green. I used enamel dots. I have enamel dots in 3 colors, green, yellow, and orange, in 3 different places on my layout. Okay, I used 3 of a kind. I have 3 frames, so that gives me the 3 of a kind. I used die cuts. I also used, did I use die cuts? I'm thinking that I didn't use die cuts. I used stickers. Would that count? It is a die cut shape, but it's also a sticker. I think it's going to count. I'll count it. Okay, we'll use, I used my own handwriting, or I'm going to be writing on here, so I'm going to count that as using my own handwriting. I just need to talk to my brother first to make sure I have the date and everything correct before I write that onto the layout. I used a heart. So one of the things was I tried all kinds of different hearts and I couldn't get anything to look right. And then I found this piece of chipboard, and one of the things that I do with my chipboard is I keep it in these little containers. These come from the Dollar Tree. You can get 10 of these little containers for $1, and they're super awesome for beads or wood veneer or sequins or all kinds of things that are small. And so that's where I was able to quickly go and find a star. And then this little container here has a whole bunch of different chipboard or wood veneer pieces that have words on them. And so I was looking in here trying to see if I could find something with a heart, because I did know that there were quite a few pieces in here that have little hearts on them. And so I thought maybe I would find something with a heart. See, even this one has a heart, and no, that's an A. Is that an A? It's a plan, yeah. Sometimes they have like little hearts inside the chipboard, but I was able to find this little one with a heart. And it's also a speech bubble, so I get a point for using a speech bubble too. Okay, so let's see what's next. I also used a tag. I used a flower. I just added this little red flower with the yellow center here. It's also a puffy sticker, so I'll get a point for using a puffy sticker. I used a banner up here at the top. I used at least 3 pattern papers. I created my own background paper. I would consider this being creation of my own background because I created this entire background out of little bitty squares. So I gave myself a point for that. And one of the things about CalvinBall is that there are rules, but you can interpret the rules however you want. So sometimes, you know, if I feel like I made a background out of this and I made my own background, then I would give myself a point. Okay, let's see. I tidy your scrap space. I did that. I also used an arrow over here. I used a puffy sticker, which is the flowers. Let's see. I have a multi-font title, which has 2 different fonts. My layout has tropical elements. I have the tropical trees. And then I also use staples over here. I went ahead and stapled down my twine, so I was able to get in the staples. And I just used the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher to add the staples to my layout. Okay, I finished an unfinished layout. I also used a frame, a chipboard piece, a tree. So I got a point for using the tree, and then also for the speech bubble. Okay, so I'm going to insert this into the video because I told y'all I was going to show you the other Project Life set that I used, and I completely forgot. So I did use this Click, Click, Click Project Life, and I added a piece of chipboard down here underneath on top of this frame at the bottom that says captured. And so I did actually do that. And I wanted to show y'all also that I got this arrow that says Everyday Life. It came from this My Mind's Eye, My Story wood veneer pieces. And so I just wanted to share that just because I told y'all I was going to show you that chipboard and I completely forgot. Okay, so that gives me 27 total points for the rules. And then I also will get an extra point for creating this video, a point for creating a blog post, and 3 points for sharing this on social media in places like Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and in the Scrapbook gallery. And so I'll end up with a total of 32 points for this layout. So that's super cool, and I really love the way that it turned out. I think I did a good job of trying to minimize the busyness and still add a lot of things. So yeah, I think it's really a lot of fun when you have something that's bright and cheerful and a lot of color, that you can add a lot of more embellishments to the layout, and it really does work well. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up so y'all can see all of the different things that I added here to this layout. And I just think it turned out super cute. Okay, so I do have a short video clip of my 2 dogs, Bella and LilyBelle, that I'll put at the end if y'all want to stick around for that. But that's all I have. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like because it helps me to know what types of videos that people like to watch. It also helps YouTube to recommend this video to other people. And if you have not subscribed already and you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe. I would love to have you join my channel. Okay, so that's all I have. Hope y'all have an awesome day and hope to see you next time. Bye now. Hi LilyBelle, what you doing, huh? Are y'all being trouble? Trouble 1 and trouble 2? Y'all look like y'all are up to something. What you getting into? Hey girls! Can you say hi to the YouTube people? And what else you got to say, Miss Bella? What y'all up to? Are y'all getting into trouble? Y'all look like y'all are getting into trouble. Is it trouble 1 and trouble 2? No? So what you been doing? Have you been following me around? Yeah. Are you upset with me because I won't go in the kitchen? Yes. I know. But you can't have a treat every time I go into the kitchen. It doesn't work that way. It should. Cause you're hungry. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're always hungry. Okay, so you're gonna be nice and tell everybody hi. And what else you got to say? Can you tell them to have an awesome day tomorrow? Oh, that's nice. Yeah? And what else? And what else? Well, you sure are talking today. You got lots to say, huh? Yeah? LilyBelle's being quiet. LilyBelle, do you want to say anything? Do you have anything to say, Miss LilyBelle? No? Okay. Well, are y'all going to be good? If you're going to be good, I'll go and get you a treat. Are you going to be good girls? You are? You're always good? Well, I don't know if I agree with that. What about the times that I caught you stealing things from my craft room? And what about the times that LilyBelle got in the trash? And what about when y'all went and tore up your treat calendar? Do those count? Okay, so you're a good girl, Miss Bella. You're just bad every once in a while. But you're a good girl. All right, let me go get y'all a treat. Okay, you ready for your treat? Can you do it down? Good girls. Okay, leave it. Miss Bella, leave it. Okay. There she goes. And LilyBelle went the other way. Okay, well, that's all we have. Y'all have an awesome day tomorrow, and we'll hope to see you next time. Bye now.